Hey, Life Fixers. Hope you're having an awesome day. I have a question for you. How many hats do you wear? I'm Esther Rappaport, your host today of the Life Fix University podcast. I am a productivity coach and help young professionals rewire their brain to become more efficient and effective. Today, we're speaking about the many hats that you wear and how they affect your life. Are they helping you or are they stopping you? And are you combining them all together? So take a moment. Answer the question. How many hats do you wear? Are you a mother? Are you a sister? Are you a spouse? Are you a boss? Are you an employee? Are you a daughter? Are you a friend? What are you? How many hats do you wear? Take a moment and literally think about the hats that you wear, either on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Maybe it's only on a monthly basis when you pay the bills for your house and you are putting on your financial advisor hat and you're trying to figure out what is the best way to go and work this out. So once you have that super clear, we're going to put that on pause for a second. And I'm going to tell you a story when I was working with a teacher once to help her with like the curriculums, something that I did quite a bit, and just how they could implement skills, especially with little kids in their like everyday lives in the classroom, how they could make it fun and really help them get ready for school. And here was this teacher who had a really, really, really busy life. Like her husband was sick and she had a big family and she just had a lot of things going on. What she used to do was whenever she had to plan, let's say for that next upcoming month, she would literally come back to school on Sunday with her plan book. This was like before she did like everything on the computers and things like that. And she would write down exactly what she was going to be doing the next couple of weeks in the school building. She didn't even bring the work home. And there was a lot of work for her to do out of school. She's not like marking grades and stuff. She's not like giving tests, but any single work that she did it in school. So that way, when she was in school, she wore her teacher's hat. And when she was at home, she put on her mother's hat. She put on her wife's hat. She put on whatever other hat she wanted. Okay. Today's topic of wearing many different hats comes from two cognitive functions. One, it comes from categorizing, which we spoke a lot about before, grouping and batching and connecting different things together. And another one is being aware of time, that there's a time for this and a time for that. Now, being aware of time covers all aspects. It covers planning. It covers being punctual, coming on time to appointments. It comes from the understanding of this happened yesterday and this happened before. It comes from deciding how much time you need for something. There is a lot of aspects to planning, but one part of it is being able to understand that right now there is a time for you to be a mother, and right now there is a time for you to work in your work and doing what you're doing. Now, ever since COVID and everything has been a mix and everything has been emotion. People have been working from home and people just in general, their whole lives changed from how they were working. This got a whole lot harder for people who used to do work at work and do be home at home. So you now have to get extra conscious. You now have to take extra patience, extra care, and put extra attention into making sure you are separating that now it is a time for you to be a mother. Now it is a time for you to be a wife. Now it is a time for you to be an employee or whatever else it is going to be. Now you are a husband. Now you are a friend. What are you doing in this situation? And what hat are you going to be putting on? Now, this happens everywhere. This happens by dinner. Are you texting your boss or are you staying focused with your family? Even when you're in the car, right? Are you spending time together with the people that are there with you, or you're busy talking on the phone with someone else? Now, it gets so hard with social media, with technology, with everything having to happen always, all the time, right away. But it is your job and your responsibility to go and make that change. Now, like I said, someone who has a hard time with categorizations or being with aware of time, with the time of space for everything, might have a difficult time doing this, even if your cognitive functions in that is really good, you might still have a difficult time doing this. So what I am going to give you today is a challenge that some of you may like and some of you may not like, but I am going to ask you to have a growth mindset about it and actually try it. When you're going to turn off this episode, you're going to create a ritual for yourself. What are you going to do when you come away from the work mode into the home mode, so that way you could stay focused in your home? Now, even if you work from home, even if you work from anywhere because your work is completely online, what can you do? Now, it doesn't have to be anything major. It could be maybe you take 3 deep breaths. It could be maybe you drink a coffee. It could be maybe you take 5 minutes and you read a book for yourself. It could be maybe you just sit in the car because you do work away and you spend an extra couple of seconds in the car, just time for yourself. Whatever it is, what could you do to create some sort of ritual? Maybe you even come home and you just kiss your wife really passionately. And that is the ritual for that. Okay, I am forgetting work and I am staying focused. Or you could do like that well-known story about a guy who every single time before coming home from work, he would touch a tree. And every single time when he was going to work, he would touch a tree. And one day his wife asked him, why are you touching the tree every single time? And he would said, it's because I am leaving the work when I touch a tree and coming home, and I'm taking it back from me when I'm going back to work. So make some sort of ritual for yourself, so that way you could start separating it in your brain. This is home and this is work. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
That's all for this episode of the Life Picks University podcast, but I have a huge favor to ask of you that will not only support the show, but will also help the people you love most. We are striving for 1 million downloads by the end of 2025, and we can't do this without your help. If you love this episode, please share it with 2 of your family and friends so they too can rewire their brains to have an extraordinary marriage. It was awesome spending time with you, and I'll see you on the next episode.